Hello marine biology students. In this video we're going to talk about marine reptiles. So while there are no marine amphibians, there are marine reptiles. Their basic characteristics is that they are air-breathing. They have lungs. They also have scaly, waterproof skin. They're mostly going to be cold-blooded, so they are ectotherms. And poikilotherms, meaning their body temperature will be similar to their environment. They will also usually lay their eggs on land. There are four major groups of marine reptiles. We have sea turtles, sea snakes, marine iguana, and saltwater and American crocodiles. So the first of these, the sea turtles. All species of sea turtles are either currently threatened or endangered. Endangered are species that are in danger of becoming extinct, and threatened are species that may become endangered because of low numbers. The usual threats to sea turtles are going to be humans. This is because turtles can be used as food by humans. Their eggs can be eaten by humans and other animals. Turtles can get caught up in drift, gill, and shrimp nets. They can end up swallowing plastic bags. And, because the beaches are developed into resort or residential areas instead of the nesting areas that they're supposed to be. The body of a sea turtle is enclosed by a shell or carapace. And the ribs are fused to the shell. All sea turtles have powerful jaws and no teeth. Like other reptiles, sea turtles are poikilotherms. And ectotherms. With the exception of the leatherback turtle, which is an endotherm. Because it keeps a body temperature higher than that of the waters surrounding it, so it can venture into colder waters, in contrast to the other sea turtles, which are restricted to the tropics. Sea turtles feed on sponges, crabs, mollusks, and other invertebrates, except for the green sea turtle, which is primarily vegetarian. Eating seaweeds and sea grasses. Leatherback turtles, the largest of all sea turtles, primarily eat jellyfish and can dive to depths of at least 2,000 feet in search of other prey. A big problem is that a plastic bag in the water looks a lot like a jellyfish. Sea turtles breed at sea. They have internal fertilization, so copulation is involved. Females can store sperm to fertilize eggs later. One clutch or group of eggs could have multiple paternity. As males and females are not monogamous, and females store the sperm from several matings. Females normally breed every 2 to 4 years. Females must return to land to deposit their eggs above the high tide mark. They dig a hole in the sand using only their back flippers. During their breeding year, females may lay up to 7 clutches of eggs. Each of these clutches of eggs may have more than 100 eggs in it. Eggs typically have an incubation period of around 60 days, although this varies according to air temperature. Warmer temperatures mean eggs will develop faster, whereas colder temperatures lengthen the process. The eggs are leathery and gradually become more brittle, making it easier for the hatchlings to emerge. Sea turtles, like many reptiles, show temperature-dependent sex determination. The biological sex of the hatchling is not genetically predetermined, but instead determined by the temperature in which the eggs are incubated. For each species, there is a temperature that will produce 50% males and 50% females. Temperatures higher than this temperature will produce more females, whereas temperatures lower than this will produce more males. A potential problem is global warming. So here we see a female sea turtle laying eggs in a nest she dug in the sand. The next type of marine reptile we'll talk about are sea snakes. They have a laterally flattened body with a paddle-like tail for propulsion through the water. There are more than 70 species of sea snakes. They are found only in the Indian and Pacific Oceans. You may wonder how to tell the difference between a sea snake and an eel. Well, eels do not have scales like sea snakes do, and sea snakes have lungs instead of gills. Most species measure 3 to 4 feet in length as adults. Sea snakes breed at sea, and most species are ovoviviparous. Meaning that their eggs remain internal and hatch within the female's reproductive system, and the young are born hatched. Sea snakes are carnivorous and feed mainly on fish and fish eggs. A bite from a sea snake could be fatal for humans. Sea snakes are related to cobras and have very powerful venom, but sea snakes are not known to be aggressive, and they have small mouths. So the chances of being bitten by a sea snake are relatively small. Conversely, saltwater crocodiles are very likely to attack and bite humans in their area. These are found in Australia, Indian Oceans, and some western Pacific islands. They can be found in estuaries, mangles or mangrove forests, rivers, and the open ocean. They are a predatory species that eats all type of prey, including humans. Saltwater crocodiles can reach up to 30 feet long, although individuals over 20 feet are extremely rare. The American crocodile is also considered a marine species because it tolerates seawater. And can be found in lagoons and other coastal regions. They are widely distributed in Florida. The West Indies, the Pacific and Atlantic coasts of Central America, and northern South America. Males have been recorded as long as 20 feet, but the average is 14 feet. They feed mostly on fish. The final species of marine reptile we'll discuss are the marine iguana, one species of which is found only on the Galapagos Islands. While they are marine, they only spend a portion of their time in the water. They dive to feed on seaweeds and seagrasses near shore. And a large portion of their day is spent basking on the shore in order to warm up from their dives in the cold water surrounding the Galapagos. And that takes us to the end of our discussion of marine reptiles. Now, before our next video, the question I want you to consider is, do you prefer warm weather or cold weather? We'll talk about that in the next video.